I think Caleb and his teacher planned their outfits today. All right, coming up next is Jack. All right, let's welcome Shelly to the stage. Had to shake things up a little bit. You guys are kind of anticipating. I saw it in everybody's face. My name's next. My name's next. Coming up to the stage next is Kaden. everybody join me in welcoming Janiyah to the stage. Coming up next is Kalea. All right, give us just a few seconds as we get set up to welcome back to the stage, Jack.
One,
set up as we welcome Kalea and her instructor, Mr. Matt, to the stage. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is our first instructor-student duet. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, coming up to the stage next is Aiden. Way to go, Aiden. All right, to round out this portion of our program, give us just a few seconds as we welcome Connie to the stage. All right, so, sorry. Limit. Help me just give another round of applause to all of our students and how awesome they are. I'm here for most of the lessons, and just to hear the music that comes out of the walls in this building is just amazing. I mean, I get to say every day, I love what I do. I love what I do, and I have nothing to do with it. That's what the amazing part is. All I have to do is make sure the door is unlocked. And they come in and they just work so hard. The instructors work and encourage so hard. Like, how could you just not be proud of them? How could you not support what they're doing? I'm just so proud of you. And I know the other instructors will agree with me that they're just so proud of you. I hope you guys never, ever stop playing. A lot of you are really young, and this is where it starts. Some of you are a little older. This is where it starts. It doesn't matter how old you are. Our oldest student here is 74 years old. And to know that they still love playing music. They have a whole career. You know, they take time. We have several students that take time out of their workday to come here on their lunch break to get music lessons. Like, it's incredible. It is just incredible. But we've come to the part of the program now where we're going to distribute the certificates to the students. So how this is going to work, I'm going to start off with a few of my students. I'm going to pass the microphone to other instructors. And we're just going to take a few seconds just to highlight how we've been working with them and our favorite parts about working with the students, because as much as they pour out to us today, we have to pour back into them. And you know, it means so much for somebody to say good job. But when you can pinpoint why we think you did a good job, it just does something. It helps us grow on the inside, and it makes us continue to want to strive for that thing. So this is always one of my most favorite, most important parts of the program. So I'm going to get the ball rolling, and I'm going to talk a little bit, and then I'm going to call the student's name. So when I call your name, join me on stage, okay? All right, so the first student I want to recognize is somebody who's been with us for several months now. When they first came to us, they were really shy, and we were able to develop a bond with each other and have little jokes and go back and forth. And you know, just watching this particular student grow has just blessed me so much, and having them understand that they can do it. You know, they stayed with us throughout the closure, and they worked just as hard at home as they did here. And I couldn't be more proud to be her piano instructor, and this is for Michelle Gracia. Okay. I'm gonna change my Can you turn this off? Can you turn this off or on? Leave it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Can I get on stage?
Yeah.
Okay. We weren't sure that at first.
You might use it right
1 second. So what you guys didn't know is that we were guinea pigs for our new sound system. We were actually blessed by a community church. They donated their entire sound system to Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music just because they believed in what we did. So this is our first production that we've been using the sound system, so thank you for your patience. We appreciate that. All right, so the next student I'm going to recognize is a little fellow who's been with me for about over 3 years now, actually. When he first started working with me, or when I first started working with him, you know, it was fun getting together, and everything from, you know, these are the white keys, these are black keys. And then you're able to see him come up here on stage today and show you what he's been working on. And I can't say how proud of him I am. Is coming into lessons each week, listening to what I'm telling him, showing me that he understands. And so I hope that he continues to stay growing his gift. Phoenix Brown. The next student I'm going to recognize is one that I have seen incredible growth. Been with him 3 years now. He's been coming, and when I say 3 years, if you didn't know, I taught out of my house before we opened Grow Your Gift. And so all of the students that started with me out the house, they followed me over here, and we've continued to have a good time together. Worked with this student again from these are the black keys, these are the white keys. Continue to grow with him, and I think we've gotten into a really good groove these last few months rather. We have a agreement that if he goes home and practices what I've assigned him, I will have a new hip hop song for him to learn on the piano. What I didn't realize that I have to learn what the hip hop songs are. So I kind of showed my age a little bit. Thankfully, I have 2 teenagers at home that can recommend clean hip hop songs that we can learn in piano lessons. And so the way that he presented his gift today, I was really over there holding back tears just to see his growth, to see how much he's putting into it. Because not all of our students start off serious, but he's gotten serious, and I know that he's going to continue to grow his gift. Reeves Brown. All right, next I'm going to call Miss Deborah up to the stage.
Well, it is such a joy to be here today and celebrate the gifts of these students. Let's just give them another applause. I just want to hear from them. Thank you for sharing your gifts today. And families, thank you for your support. So this first student that I want to recognize this afternoon, she transferred in and she's actually one of my newest students. And when she transferred in, she was like, I need a little help here with this and this, and I think I'm okay to start over. And we did, and she is shining. Today, I listened to her perform. I watched her perform with such grace and dynamics in her music. Would you please welcome Bella? Come on up, Miss Bella. Congratulations. This young man, he surprises me. He just surprises me. Sometimes he has some challenges. Maybe schoolwork is just overloading him and he does not get to practice. But today as he performed, his 8 notes were perfect. Please welcome Caden. Excellent job. Excellent. This next student is also a transfer student to me, and I have thoroughly enjoyed his personality and his growth so far. We've been working together for a couple of months. You got to see his personality as he sang. Please welcome Jack to the stage. Congratulations. Good job. This young lady is like a ball of fire. She comes into the studio with all smiles, ready to go. And Miss Deborah, let's start here. I just love working with her. She has accomplished a whole level before her first year with me. Please welcome Ella to the stage. She's halfway through her next book that we just started, so it seems like it's flying. Congratulations. Celeste, come up here while I talk about this young lady and her mom visit me in the evenings. She has a later lesson time, and they are a wonderful team. Mom helps her out with questions that she might not remember when she gets home, but this young lady is shining and growing in leaps and bounds. She has also accomplished a book. I'm so impressed. Please give her another hand. And last but not is a joy to see. She is also a transfer student to me. We've been working together this year. And she's about to start her level 3. So she's worked through lots of books. And together we've been working through 2B in favor, if you know what that is. But it's quite an accomplishment. Please give it up for Janiyah. Thank you. Oh, can I tell them? I have to slip out. My niece is getting married, so I'm going to fly, okay? Take care.
Unfortunately, I don't have the fun slip of paper that was already given to Jack. But yeah, let's give Jack another round of applause. Forgot I had to stop. Anyway, every time that he comes in the studio for the last 10 months, he's like, this is what I have, this is what I want, I know what I want to do, and we're able to work with it, and he always shines on stage. And today as well, he was so nervous for this, and I saw him just overcome his nerves on stage, and I'm really proud of him for doing that, of all things. If anything else, Jack, you rocked it. Like, seriously, you rocked the kid today, and I'm very proud to be your teacher. Thank you.
Did you guys see Jack smile while he was performing? Did you see that?
I caught some.
Yes, we're looking for those photos. So proud of you, Jack. Good job. All right, I'm going to call up Miss Janice, and then Mr. Matt will shortly follow.
My first student I'm going to talk about has only been taking lessons for roughly a year, 12 months. That includes a 2-month break and 2 months virtual. And this was his debut on the alto saxophone. And I'm very, very proud of him for being up here playing all by himself. Caleb, you come to the stage. I'm very proud of him.
All right, so I'm going to brag on a student of mine who I started with in December. Really great student. I have to try not to get too excited and push her too far too soon. But really excited to see her. She's going on to Choctaw soon, in 2 days, I think. She's going to put the word style back in the style marchers. Give a hand for Kalea.
Kalea can do a little bit of everything. I teach her on piano. So she plays trombone, plays piano, and now knows how to build a headdress and is a style marcher, as we mentioned. Very proud of her hard work. She comes in ready to work every lesson and improves constantly. And this was her debut on piano.
Mr. Tony, would you like to come up?
I'll go ahead and brag about one of my students, Aiden. I want to give him a round of applause here again. So Aiden came to us about a year ago, and when Aiden got here, he only knew a couple of chords, very nervous, and he surprises me every single time I see him every week. And he decided to write his own song for this recital. He's a little nervous today. We got through it, like he always does. I just want to say I'm very proud of him. And he has gone leaps and bounds when I first met him. We went from, 88 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie, to talking about chords and everything else, progressions now. So it's been amazing work with you, Aiden. I hope we keep on going. So come on up.
say, but Miss Antonia debuted on the piano today. And accompanied part, that's awesome. So, in case you didn't know, instructors also grow their gifts here inside the building. Another instructor-student duet, which is incredible. So proud. I have two more students I'd like to recognize. And I'm gonna try to hold it together. I told them on Tuesday that I wasn't gonna cry Tuesday, I was gonna cry today. So I might. But, so, like I said a few moments ago, I started teaching in my house. I got a message one day, it says, we're looking for a piano teacher, but I don't know if you're real. Because I was I had listed myself on something called lessons, something or other, to try to get myself out there. So I met this mom at Starbucks, where I met a grandma at Starbucks too. It's super cool how that happened. But I've been teaching their two little girls for over 3 years. The youngest one was 4 when she came to me, and the oldest was 7, I think, 7-ish, when they came to me. And just how, excuse me, that's not a cry. Just how much they've grown over these last 3 years. Like, all of my students are my babies. And so it really makes me sad when my babies have to move on in life, because we understand that this is a journey, right? And so you're not gonna stay any one place forever, we hope. So they got orders to New Mexico, and when mom told me that they were leaving, like, it was a gut punch. But growing up as a military child myself, I understand what that means. And so I've had the opportunity just to reflect over the last 3 years, and the youngest baby, she has grown, and she's reading music, she's playing dynamics, she's telling me, you know, when she's practicing, when she's not practicing. But if she didn't tell me she wasn't practicing, I wouldn't know, because she really is that dedicated. And I just love her spirit. It's always a party when we're in our lessons, and I'm just so proud of her growth. And then her older sister, when I first got her, she knew a little bit of piano, but we definitely built on that. And she actually represented Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music at a competition in February for the National Federation of Music Clubs, which we're a part of, and she earned a superior rating. And in the room, almost everybody was older than her. And so she really helped to put Grow Your Gift on the map, because that was our first kind of coming out as a new music organization. If you haven't noticed, there's not a whole lot of us in the area. So when they found out where she was from, you know, they wanted to learn more about what we do. So, you know, I'm really honored that she's part of our story and getting us out there, getting the community to know who we are, to trust us. Because the prestige of the music community is, if you haven't been here 30 years, we don't trust you. So to have people ask us who we are because of her performance, it really blessed me. So I wanted to make sure I did something really special for these two girls, because you might think that I poured into your piano playing, but you really poured into my life. Sorry. You poured into my life. Your parents poured into my life. We were at a recital, and her parents and their friends, they grabbed my hands and said, we're gonna pray. And this is before we opened the doors to Grow Your Gift. And I just remember them calling fire down from heaven, that God would bless, that the thing would grow. And just, there's only 13 students performing today. We have surpassed 100 students in our first year of Grow Your Gift Conservatory of Music, which is unheard of. And I don't forget that prayer that you prayed. I know God heard you that day. So to continue to believe in what we do, continue to be dedicated to what we do, I can't thank you enough. And I'm so proud of you, Matea and Makani. Come on up. happening, and they leave not on their own accord, but because Uncle Sam tells them they have to go, or there's another opportunity. I think it's so important that we recognize them to this level. So before I move on to the next part of our program, we'll be wrapping it up. Let's give all of our students another round of applause. Real quick, just some highlights that I want to share with everybody because you guys are a part of our family. I don't consider you customers or clients. You'll see in any of the correspondence that I send out, it's always hello family. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You have options in this community on where you want your children to grow in their musicianship, on where you want them to grow their gift, but you chose us. And so I think it's important that you are in on some of the growth opportunities that we have and some of the highlights that we're experiencing. If you didn't already know, back to stage, we have opened a second location in Crestview. God is good. We are growing in that location. We're at 7 students right now. We've been open only for 2 months. And our instructors who are here, they're actually commuting up to Crestview to teach those students. So if you have friends in Crestview, let them know that there are private lessons up there now. I didn't realize there was such a need, but it is, and it's huge. Something else I wanted to share with you is that community donations have been out of this world. People have donated pianos, they've donated sound systems. We received a donation in the amount of $835 back in July that allowed us to purchase keyboards. People are always pouring into what we're doing, whether it's monetarily, whether it's with their time. They've donated instruments. Like, the community has really opened up their arms and received us. And the most beautiful part of it is we are now able to offer scholarships to students in need. So no longer do people have to give up the dream to learn music simply because their finances demand that they have to. So we do have a couple students on scholarship, and I'm deeply indebted to the community for that. You'll be receiving information about our Christmas recital that's scheduled for Saturday, November 14th. Because you came to this recital, there will not be another recital fee. So it'll be on a grander scale. There'll be better awards. I think our awards here are pretty great. There'll be better awards, and it'll be mostly Christmas music, so be on the lookout for that. We have started several group classes. That includes rock band, and the reason why rock band is so important is because we allow students as young as 4 to join the rock band. So some of our younger students aren't quite ready for private lessons yet, but they still want to learn music. So that's what the rock band is for, from 4 to 11. We have those classes. We also have piano jam for students. We have adult classes now, so if you feel like you need some time just for yourself, let us know, and we'll tell you what we've got going on. And then don't forget that your Google reviews really help in what we're trying to do for the community. If you didn't see in your newsletter, if you submit a Google review, then we will have a t-shirt for your student. 1 review equals 1 free t-shirt, so please take some time and do that. So, without further ado, I'm about to dismiss everybody, but we do have catered cupcakes in the back from none other than Kalea Hollins, who also played piano and trombone. She is a certified pastry chef. Like, this is what she does. So don't think it's just like, we're playing in our kitchen. And she's taken precautions to make sure everything is safe. So as we are dismissing, the students have a full-size cupcake back there in a box, and then guests have boxes with mini cupcakes in it. So thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us, and I can't wait to continue growing your gift.
Oh, thank you. All right, guys. Here.
Did you turn it off? I didn't know if you were.
Yeah, it'll be different from here for sure.